I stood at the edge of my childhood home, a place once filled with laughter, but now cloaked in the oppressive weight of memories. The air was thick, with an unseasonable fog that clung to my skin like the shame I had carried for years. My family had always mocked me for my obsession with cursed verminology, a topic they deemed absurd, a delusion born from the ashes of my crumbling career. They called me insane, said I was disgracing the Blackman name. But now, as I clutched the evidence of my years spent chasing the darkness, I wondered if they would finally understand the price of their disbelief. "Look at you," my brother Thomas sneered as he opened the door. The old hinges creaked like the bones of the house itself, a sound I had once found comforting. "You're here to show us what? More of your ridiculous theories?" Ignoring the jabs, I stepped inside. The scent of stale coffee and half-forgotten memories hung in the air. I had spent the last decade unraveling the mysteries of parasitic entities that fed on despair. I had faced horrors that made my family's laughter feel like a distant echo. But now I was back, carrying the weight of truths they had never dared to explore. "Please," I began, my voice trembling with a mix of anger and fear. "You have to listen. I've uncovered something real." I laid out the notes, photographs, and audio recordings on the dining table, each piece a testament to the darkness I had confronted. "Cursed vermin? Really?" my mother gasped, her face twisting in disgust as she glanced at the pictures of grotesque creatures, their forms twisted and unnatural. "You've gone too far this time. You need help." "Help?" I choked out a laugh. "You think I need help? I survived what you can't even comprehend. I've seen the things that lurk in the shadows, the entities that thrive on human suffering." Each word fell like a stone in the silence, heavy and foreboding. But they wouldn't listen. They had never listened. I felt the familiar sting of their ridicule, the echoes of their laughter ringing in my ears. "You'll lose your mind," they said. "You'll disgrace us." But I had become something more, something terrifying and powerful. That night, I gathered my family around the table and prepared to show them the truth. I had brought something back with me from my investigations, a small, ornate box, its surface etched with symbols that pulsed with a sinister energy. This was the key to my work, a conduit for the horrors I had faced. "Watch," I said, my heart racing as I opened the box. "You need to see what I've found, what I've become." As the lid creaked open, a cold draft swept through the room, extinguishing the flickering candles. My family gasped, eyes wide with a mix of terror and disbelief. From the box, a cloud of shimmering darkness began to swirl, coalescing into shapes that twisted and writhed. I felt their weight pressing against my mind, a chorus of whispers urging me to let them out. "Stop!" my mother screamed. But it was too late. The entities surged forth, grotesque forms manifesting from the shadows, their eyes glinting with malevolence. They were the vermin of despair, the cursed creatures I had documented in my research, and they were hungry. My family recoiled, their faces pale with horror as the entities swarmed around them. "What have you done?" Thomas shouted, backing away from the table. "This is insane!" "No, this is what you laughed at," I cried, my voice rising over the chaos. "You thought it was a joke, but this is real.